All right, everyone, here we go with the energy weather update. I had to skip it last week because of the zodiac fly-through. This is the light version. This is version 2. This is take 2. Because take 1, I couldn't resist but talk about the wall of consequences that's about to fall that comes in because it showed up here. On the surface, 6 of Swords. I'll skip to the end. And 10 of Cups. I won't show you any of the other cards yet. And on the surface, everything looks great. Everything looks terrific. In fact, pretty soon we're going to have a mess to clean up. But everything looks great on the surface. But then when we slide the pre-shuffle back in, we see that's all fake. Maybe people have been telling you things are great. Maybe you're in a relationship and you've been telling each other how great. I love you too. I love you. Everything's great. I'm so happy to be with you, right? If that's the case, it's nonsense on at least one side because this is consequences, the devil. And that's the wall that's about to come crashing down. That is crossing that. So shit's about to hit the fan here on some level. I believe it happens in societal energies where they're running out of things to blame shift. You know, I mean, at some point, it's not somebody else's fault, you know, at some point. But hey, whatever. That's a reading from my offline people. Okay, that being said, here in the soulmate cycle, I would say it's about what I said. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been telling each other everything's great, sweetie, yeah, I love you, doing the I love yous just to get it said, right, just to get the energy there. There's a tension that's been building and building and building and building and building under the surface. A shit pile of consequences that are about to come falling down. You're about to have some serious truth come in. Maybe you do love each other, but there's some shit to work out. Or it could be with a friend. It could be with a lover. It could be with a marriage. It could be, I don't know. Or somebody else feels this way toward you. It could go either way. Either way, you could see it play out right here. If you want to see what one of my offline readings looks like, here you go, baby. There you go. Here's the truth. There's that. Everything is great. Everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with the economy. Everything is good. It's terrific. Earthquake, right? Here comes. Here comes the truth. You know, the consequences, somebody told me, someone said to me recently, you said that when Jupiter would go direct, all of a sudden there would be consequences for it. It's true, I did say that. And the problem is, nobody could see this coming. Nobody could predict it. There was so much shit that had been let slide during the Jupiter bubble. You ever see like an open door? Like Jupiter goes direct, the door is open. You ever see like a comedy skit where two people try to go through an open door at the same time and they get stuck? They get jammed in the door and they can't get out like that? Yep. Flem the parrot has. And they get stuck there. That's what happened when Jupiter went direct. There was so much shit, it all tried to come out at once. It was 10 inches of shit through a 1-inch hole, and it got stuck. It got stuck right there. So it's been leaking out slowly, right? But eventually it gets small enough that the rest of it can come out, right? It is what it is. No different than shit. This is all shit right here. That's shit. There's no different than that, right? You get a couple, once that sucker starts breaking off little pieces, you know it's going to get small enough at some point to plop down, right? That's what's going on. It's very simple, right? It's all physics. It is what it is. Same thing. So that applies in the world. It applies to your relationship with somebody. Okay? So we'll focus on that. I'll leave my offline readings offline, but hey, I'm giving you a heads up. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. 3 cards and a bottom card. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here one more time, or many more times, I don't know, then you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Energies, I call it the fickle old gal universe because it's changeable. Fickle means changeable. The energies change all the time. Free will decisions. Things are hard to gauge. But, I've been pretty spot on about this energetic storm. I've been studying it long enough, let me tell you. It's pretty easy to see the similarities. And it ain't almost over yet, unfortunately. 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. it feels like a distraction energy to me. It does. It feels like a relationship where you keep telling each other everything is fine, you keep doing things together, and you're having a fun day, and you're avoiding something. There's something you're avoiding, and it's a big deal. And it just came back. It won't go away. It will not go away. And there's the consequences, and that's how it comes out. It's the Eight of Pentacles. This you're avoiding it by having fun or whatever. And I think because this is the Queen of Swords, I think it comes crashing down. I think it rains on the parade. And you might see it as a bad thing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You don't want to keep going in the wrong direction and you're telling your partner that everything is great, or you're telling each other everything is great, or somebody believes everything is great. I don't know, whatever. This could be something internal with you, where you believe everything is great in a situation and you figure out that you've been deluding yourself. You obviously have, right? Some sort of consequences are about to fall. I'm not sure what it is. This could be the same thing. I would get this same reading for somebody ignoring a mole, okay? I mean, it's got all the signs that it's bad, but you figure if you look in another direction and you just go out and have fun, then you'll be fine. Okay. Pretty much every person pushing up daisies because of a mole thought the same thing. Well, if I don't look at it, it'll be fine. This isn't if I don't look at it, it'll be fine. That's why I get so annoyed at societal energies when they keep telling me everything is great. And I study real economics. I know everything is not great. I see homeless encampments starting to pop up again. It's reminded me of COVID down in the industrial streets, down a few blocks from where I live. I haven't seen that kind of shit since 2020. So, nothing's great. And nothing's great in this relationship here, whatever it is. Let's talk about the devil. Let's clear. Look at that. 7 of Cups. We're a little bit confused. You're not sure. Something's about to come crashing down. This devil's tied to a tower. We know that. Something's about to come crashing down. Look, it's the Steve's Love Tarot reading. If you want Rainbow Unicorn, you want to keep believing, 10 Cups and 6 Swords, that everything's fine. And as long as we think positive, everything's going to be terrific. You can think that way all you want, whether it's a relationship or events out in the world. That's fine. But it doesn't change it. My mole analogy holds. It's not, things are what they are. So it's time to roll up the sleeves and do some work. But nobody wants to. Everybody just wants to focus on their thing. Oh, I got the new iPhone 7952. It's wonderful. Or whatever fucking number they're up to now. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. There you go. What's going on with the devil? Why is it here? A lot of times, I mentioned that because a lot of times with relationships, we solve problems with gifts. Or we ice over problems with gifts. You might be inclined to do that in these environmental energies. You might be inclined to ice over energies with gifts. You might be inclined to make excuses for world events or world energies. I'm just thinking positive that things will improve. Things will improve if we put in the work. If we keep ignoring things, they won't. Math is math. It is what it is. Okay, it's a Page of Wands. It's a Page of Wands. And there's a 9 of Wands that we didn't know was there. There's some truth that you're glazing over with somebody. It's happening out in the world too, for the record. But hey, fuck it. People don't like it when I go there, so whatever. Knock yourselves out. Right? But with somebody in your life, there's a truth that needs to be talked about. And nobody's really trying. The clouds are still there. We got to get some clarity on it because it's going to blow up in your face if you don't. And right here is the Page of Wands, which is this right here, which is the inclination to my party girl, la 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 over this. What's on top? The devil, on top of the devil. It doesn't go, it's my mole analogy. It doesn't go away because you say it's better. It applies everywhere. It applies to a mole. It applies to a relationship. You could say I love you 900 times, but if there's a fucking problem, if there's a truth that needs to be spoken, it needs to be spoken. It doesn't go away, right? It doesn't matter. Out in the world, the economy, people keep telling us it's okay, everything's great, it's terrific. It's all we keep hearing. No, it's not. It's a cascading effect, right? At the end of the day here, I got devil on top of devil. You can see the cards. Take it for what you want. I don't really care, right? Too many delusional people right now. Tell you what, King of Cups, again. He's a stingy king. He doesn't like to feel the emotion. It's something you'd rather avoid looking at. It's my mole. It's something this is something you would rather avoid looking at. Hence this, let's go out and have fun. I want to avoid this. Let's do this. It's just a repeat message over and over and over again. So what's the message here? Let's make this a short reading. How far in are we? It's an average size reading. Let me just sum it up. Something that you want to avoid, that you don't want to look at, whether it's out in the world, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a fucking mole, I don't know. Something that you don't want to look at, you'd rather just go have some fun and avoid it, and let's just, is about to come crashing down on your motherfucking head. All right? All because you'd rather not think about it. The King of Cups tells me all you have to do is think about it. The universe is giving you a choice here. The Lovers is the bridging energy on the devil. On devil number one. You can go either way. You could deal with it or you can suffer the consequences. Pluto's going retrograde in Aquarius. It's a very get real energy. It's time to get real about something here, whatever it is. That's all I've got to say. That's this reading. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Good luck.